You know, I love sharing success stories, and for those of you that are in our retreat, there is no better example of what you have to do to be successful than studying Howard's adventure in social media. And so we have a screen capture of every instant message Howard ever sent me, from the first instant message he ever sent me as he went down the internet superhighway, building his business on an international basis around the world. Now, at the basis for all of Howard's success, the basis for it is right here. Everything step by step that Howard did to be successful is broken down in my video training program. So anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Howard followed the exact same procedure that all of the other people that are successful have followed. Now, first, he created a page, and it's all about him. On February the 2nd, 2009, he sent me this instant message. Max, now that I finally got my page straightened out, will you please critique it? And so we went through the process, and we made sure that there was nothing on his page. It was about his business. It was all about him. Now, depending upon who you are, remember, Howard's just getting started. If you're already a six-figure income earner in your business, hey, what is it they say? If you've got it, flaunt it. If you've helped make people millionaires, you can talk about it. The challenge that you face is online is there's so many people out there that profess to be super success stories, and then once you get into conversation and dialogue, you discover they're doing it part-time. You discover that it's all show. Howard, starting from scratch, worked his way up step by step. His page, he calls himself a real estate investor and a global business owner. He tells his story in great detail. He lists his income on MySpace. This was his projected income, $250,000 and higher. That's my projected income. So he goes online, and his company does business on an international basis. So he reaches out into the Philippines. He creates a page on MySpace in the Philippines. Now, what MySpace can do for you, and really it's almost the only benefit for MySpace these days, is you can create a MySpace page in different countries. In other words, on Facebook, you could really only have one page, maybe a Facebook fan page. But what you're able to do on MySpace is you could create a separate page for every country. So Howard had a page for Australia. Howard had a page for the Philippines. Howard had a page for every country he wanted to be in. Every country his company was doing business or was going to expand to. And so he created this great page, just duplicated the same page in the Philippines. And Salvador, a realtor, came to him, sent him an amazing email, told him his life story. He said he was looking for someone successful that he could learn from. I love helping people, so this was a no-brainer. I started with the 8 questions, and he wrote me War and Peace. I could tell that he needed someone to throw him a life raft. Following the 8 questions and sending him to my company website, it was all over. He will be our company's first distributor in his country of 80 million people. He's a realtor, and he's lived there all of his life, and so he knows tons of people. I fell into an undiscovered gold mine. He listens to every word I say and follows it to the letter. That is the process. Now, the beautiful part about all of this, you see, is on Facebook, you're limited. You can send out 20, 30 friend requests a day. Even on MySpace, on any individual MySpace page, you're limited to 20 or 30 friend requests a day. But you could log on to your page in the Philippines if you're building your business there, and you could contact 30 people there. You could log on to your page in Australia, and you could contact people there. So if you had 10 pages on MySpace in 10 different countries, well, then you could be conceivably contacting 300 people a day. But remember, it's quality over quantity. You know more about a person by reading their Facebook page or MySpace page than if you live next door to them for a year. And your power is in being able to determine in advance who you want to talk to and who you don't. As to the 3 people that I'm now talking to, I read their profiles completely so that I can establish a common interest. When you're communicating, there's a written record of everything that you do. If they try to wander away from or avoid my questions, I take a break and consider how I can pull them right back. Remember, you own the conversation if you end your communications, whether it's chat or whether it's email, with questions. There is no need to hurry through this. I take my time and do it right. The turtle always wins the race. Now, Howard was sharing his success in boot camp. He said, don't rush. Use your mind to do the rest, the best that you can do. I am the CEO who has a company, and he wants to expand it. You are the CEO of your own company, and you want to expand it around the world. And I'm interviewing people that have the same idea. Get the best, and they will do the rest. But stick with the scripts. That's the key to success. And because everybody wanted to know, this was, in 60 days. Because we brought up Salvador's story. Go to my mailbox, and this is what we do in personal coaching, and this is what we do in boot camps. But I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to bring up Howard's. Now, here was the first email that he ever got from Howard. Okay? And this was the response. Howard sent him a friend request. I found your page while waiting for friend. Would like to add you to my friends list. And look at all the things that Howard wrote. That Salvador wrote. And we could actually take right from Salvador, another one was Salvador, another one was Salvador, all up to the point in time where Salvador signed up in Howard's business. Stay with the scripts. Howard wishes success for everybody. Now, he got a little crazy on Facebook. He was a little too aggressive in sending out friend requests, and he got a warning from Facebook. Max, this is the message I keep getting from Facebook. You are engaging in behavior that may be considered annoying or abusive by other users. Sometimes people get these warnings for simply misusing one of our features. Which of the following links describes what you were trying to do? Okay, in his situation, he was sending out too many friend requests. You see, so many people can't resist the temptation to go out there and just blast everybody. That, they've actually got automated systems that will automatically send out requests for you. This is a relationship business. So, he got a warning from Facebook. Now, this is Howard's story. He sent me this about 60 days into his online activity. 60 days in. 8 months ago, I was told by an orthopedic doctor that I would end up with a wheelchair and without the use of my right arm because of arthritis. I'm a fighter. So a friend of mine told me about a company with a product that could help me, so I became a distributor. After 5 months, I'm healed, and I wanted to create a business. You must be passionate about whatever it is you're promoting or selling. The only problem was that I had whiplash from being hit by an alcoholic 25 years ago, cannot turn my head around to back up a car. The area that I live in has no adequate public transportation system, so I'm homebound most of the time. That's most of the problem. I did not want to make cold calls, so what was I to do? Well, the same person that got me into the business told me about you and your teachings. Well, that was my answer to my problems. I've downloaded your ebooks, have your DVD, have your CDs, and have taken boat camp and Prospecting Mastery University. I listened over and over to your teachings, created a profile on the 3 sites that is the same, It's still a work in progress. I follow your teachings to the letter, and I never deviate. I send out your daily motivations daily and follow all of your teachings. Yesterday when I got up, I had over 90 emails from people on the 3 sites, and today I've lost count. You have brought the world to my door, and I have picked the best of the best to prospect. I've lost count of how many friends that I have that are corresponding with me daily. I have picked the best of the best, and that's what you all have to become masters at, identifying the good ones from the bad ones. It has always been my dream to have a concrete log cabin up north, and its picture hangs above my monitor. It's 4,600 square feet, and I have no doubt that I'll be building it. I thank you for being a perfectionist and such an excellent teacher. I'll be joining your monthly webinars when I complete my classes because I always want to have access to your input and have the latest that's going on the internet. Thank you for giving me my dreams back and giving me limitless possibilities. And you're all heading down the same road. Now, 2 weeks later, because of you, everything on my computer is turning to gold. Started in February. 2 months later, today I have 139 messages and I'm scanning through them. 80% tell me their story. Why? Because my profile tells them my story. Max, I said you taught me to bring people to my front door, but they're lined up down the block for 10 blocks. You have changed my stars, and I will never forget it. And the reason he's having such great success is because he's talking to the right people. Now, during one of my webinars, when I shared Howard's story, somebody wrote to me and says, hey, you know what? A relative has, I'd be interested in talking to Howard. So I passed the information over to Howard. Max, the phone call you gave me is going to result in 2 new distributors. Now, that's what I do in coaching. Okay? I'm finalizing the deal today. Our company announced that they are opening up in 2 new countries next month. And because of your system, Phyllis and I can prospect now and line up distributors ahead of time. I decided to pick someone successful and do what they did and was right on the money. I picked you. Now understand that, there are very few trainers out there that have actually built large network marketing companies. They all teach theory. And I'm the only social media trainer that has active relationships with dozens and dozens of companies. Now, the only problem is that the 50 minutes a day thing will not work for me. As of today, I have over 750 friends that are actively communicating with me. Can my life get any better than this? You're my hero, and I am truly living my dreams in Alabama. Now, think about what that image, living my dreams in Alabama. Even when you're just getting started in network marketing, you have an advantage over all these poor people out there that don't know what they're going to do to generate income. You don't know. You've got your vehicle. You've got a system. There is nothing to stop you. So this is his second month. If you do the work. This morning, on Tagged, I have 15 pages of messages. I haven't had a chance to look at MySpace and Facebook yet. 15 pages of messages. It's over 159 messages from people who want to communicate with you. And people are seeing the same thing happen on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a gold mine for you. Now, he says, Max, I'm being contacted by your other students for help. I too am a student and not a teacher. It seems to me that they need to be getting advice from the expert and professional who is you. All that I'm doing is using your system to the letter and never deviating from your teachings. You've been doing this for many years, and I've been doing this for 4 months. I'm in no position to even begin to think that I know anywhere close to as much as you do about your teachings. You're my mentor and teacher. So please, don't try to contact Howard. He's too busy. I mean, if you're looking for a company, maybe you could talk to Howard, but not if you want help doing this. Max, you can pull a rabbit out of a hat because you can turn a computer into a gold mine. Pay attention to what he's doing. I must compliment you on being a perfectionist. Your program is flawless, and if your students listen and follow your teachings, they can reach any goal that they imagine. He's got 8 profiles on the internet, and he's prospecting in 7 countries. And he's never had a day that there isn't over 100 emails in my box. 100 emails from people who are ideal prospects. I created a spreadsheet to keep track of where I am at all times. Spreadsheet. My company lets us know 2 months ahead of time when they're opening a new company, opening a new country, so I can find distributors and sign them up as new international distributors before the company is their opening. You know, contact the leadership. You know, when you're getting this information from the leaders in your company, introduce yourself to them. Find out who they are. Let them know that you aspire to be where they are. Start building relationships with the leaders in your own company. You're going to need their help. You are not going to be able to bring a heavy hitter into your new network marketing business if you're not a heavy hitter. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to need the help of the most successful people in your company, and we're going to show you how to do this. It's easy. We're opening in 12 foreign countries this year, and I'm already prospecting and signing people up because of your system. How could my life be any better? Other people in my company do not have access to the world as I do. In the old days, if you wanted to build a country, you had to get on a plane, you had to fly over to Germany, you had to fly over to Spain, you had to fly over to Mexico. Now you sit down at your computer, you create a MySpace page in Mexico, and you're good to go. Thank you for changing my life. I'm in 9 countries now. My secret is I faithfully listen to you. Somebody was complaining during one of our webinars about not having any success. And we looked at his page, and we looked at the dialogue that was going back and forth, and Howard said, hey, he's not following the laws of attraction. Today I started prospecting. Now this is what? This is his 3rd month. Today I started prospecting in my 10th country. It's hard to believe that the only option was the white pages, being unable to get out much. Your trainings have changed my life forever, and all I can say is thank you. I never thought that I'd have a business that would be international and so much fun. You've made my goals a reality, and the sky's the limit. You've taught me so much more than I've ever learned before. And this is the relationship that I am going to have with you. You have taken the time to participate in this retreat. I will work with you, just like I did with Howard, and help you move down this exact same road, and I will work with your people. There's absolutely no reason why, no matter how old you are, how young you are, what you know or don't know, anybody can do this. Anybody can duplicate what Howard's doing. Max, my company announced they're opening in 2 new countries in 2 months. So I have a head start in finding prospects before they get there. Find out what's going on in your business. You know, one of my boot camp students last summer, very successful in her company, very successful. You know, we've got all kinds of examples of how well she was doing. She surprised the hell out of me when she told me one day, she said, Max, I'm changing company. I said, why? It's a great company. You know, you're doing well. She says, you know what? She says, the company is only in the United States. She says, I want an international business. I want to go to Australia. She over the summer last year, she's in California. She recruited the top recruiter in prepaid legal into her business during one of our live sessions. We have the whole documentation of, and she just stuck to the scripts. Why did she change? Hey, because she wanted to build an international business. She's still going to use the products. She's not dropping out of the other business, but she's expanding. Knowing where your company's going to open up 90 days ahead of time, you can start meeting people there. What a great education you've given me. That's what's waiting for you in Endless Free Leads. It's all there. I now have 9 profiles, 15 email addresses to sort my countries, which is, she's always in 15, he's in 15 countries. Now, who would have thought that Max would be the one to show me my life's purpose, and that it would be an international organization that I manage 20 feet from my bedroom? Again, you're all heading down the same road. This is started in February, so this is what? 4 months. I'm now in 15, actually 18 countries, but for right now I have 3 that I have friends in. I've not really begun to prospect yet. I've got a computerized postage scale, Skype audio video, email audio video, a computerized telephone, and it all cost me less than $75. I'm still following your scripts and weekly reviewing your videos. And he says, to all students, when a man who has developed this system for 12 years talks, listen, this was, again, an instant message he sent out during one of my live sessions. He's a professional perfectionist, and get your downline signed up for his classes. I have 3 starting Saturday. I know a winner when I see the results right in front of my eyes on my computer and direct deposit it in my checking account. Follow the scripts, review the videos, and stay on course. June, month 5. Now, in regard to the discussion about the daily motivational messages, when someone accepts me as a friend, this is a response I send them. Okay, you send out a friend request on Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace. Thank you for accepting my friend request. Be sure to watch for my daily motivational messages that I'll be posting on all of my friend sites daily. What do? You always end with the question, what do you do? And I get responses daily thanking me and further establishing my credibility. So you don't have to put yourself out there as, an internet guru. It's you. At whatever point you are in your life. If you're already successful in your business, you can say it. But when you do that, it limits you to the number of people that you could reach out to. If you talk about network marketing, it limits your ability to contact people who are not in network marketing, because a lot of people have been in network marketing before. They don't talk about it, and when they look at your friend request, they figure, uh-oh, you're one of those pyramid people that's trying to sell me something. So, 4,500 friends in 19 countries. 13 profiles, 21 countries. 5,000 friends. Now, remember that you're going to be communicating with these people on a daily basis. And it's easy to do. You send out the daily motivation in one blast, and it goes to all of your friends. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. Having a blast and getting better at it every day. I stay strictly to your scripts, and they've brought me so many friends to work with that it's hard for me to believe. This last weekend was my biggest weekend ever. I was actually getting 40 emails and messages from people an hour. I recommend your courses to everyone that I sign up, because I know that when they take your courses, they're being given the keys to the world and definite success. I have 15 profiles on various social sites, and I've lost count at 15,000 people. The amazing thing about all this is that I have never had more fun making money and helping people in my life. You've changed my life forever, and I thank you and your staff for everything. You know, when somebody comes to me and they say, Max, I'm having a problem. I'm talking to 5 people a day about my business. We could look at what you say in your dialogues, and we can figure out, are you bringing up your business too quickly? Are you talking to the right people? One of the first things that Howard learned was you can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. I signed up one of your students yesterday. Thanks. I'm looking forward to working with her and with your program. I know that she'll be a big success. She signed up for your private coaching. You're my hero. And again, I'll never be able to thank you for changing my life. And I look forward at some point in the immediate future to get one of these from you. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that my life could have turned into the magic carpet ride that you've sent me on, and it keeps getting better. Every day you should be out there connecting with new people. Every day you should be talking to people. Who would have thought at 61 that I'd be having the best time in my life? God bless you and your associates. I have 15 profiles on the net, and I'm adding 150 friends a day. And this thing starts to take on a life of its own, because the friends of your friends want to be your friends. Friends are not visible. He made his invisible. My monthly expenses are only the product that I use. There is nothing on my page about my business. I am a real estate investor and an international internet specialist. I have the most prospects on MySpace around the world. So he asked me during one of our sessions, what do you do with a person who has obviously waited too long for help and is too deep in the hole, but doesn't accept not getting an answer? Ignore them. You're too busy to answer everyone. Now, we ended up having to change the format because we used to have an open line where we could hear everything. And, some people just didn't know about the mute button. So now he asked me, he says, Max, what do I do? He says, I mentioned Mary Kay, Avon, and Amway, and they still want to know what network marketing is. So he wanted a definition for network marketing, and we gave it to him. Network marketing is a business model where companies move products and services to independent business owners and word-of-mouth promotions. You can learn more about the industry by going to YouTube, where there is a video of Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, endorsing network marketing. And there are a lot, come up with your own. Network marketing has also been referred to as multi-level marketing, MLM, word-of-mouth marketing, referral marketing, hybrid marketing. And then have you ever have any experiences with these types of businesses? Now, you go over to Endless Free Leads Forever, go to the notes and scripts, the definition of network marketing, and the link to that YouTube video is right here. I use your daily motivations, follow your scripts to the letter, and I change my status daily. Your system's infallible. Every day I have at least 19 people asking me how to make their fortunes now on the internet. I thank you so much. Check out Bebo.com. It merges everything that happens on all your social sites into one place. That's Bebo, B-E-B-O.com. Max, I set up my profiles in February, and I've always used your scripts. Now we're in August. I get many messages from people that say they do not normally accept new friends, but after reading your profile, I knew that you were the kind of person that I wanted as a friend. My profile, your daily motivations, and my status changes have opened up the world to me. That's what makes this program so fascinating. It's so easy to do. My business has grown exponentially. Thanks for the great training and thanks to your wonderful staff. I never experienced the kind of responses that I get from people daily. I never expected the kind of response that I get from people daily. The world is at my fingertips. Now, can you imagine how good this guy feels? Can you imagine how good all of you, every time you make a sale, every time you sign somebody up in your business, that's got to make you feel good, especially knowing that there's another one out there, and another one, and another one. But the key to making the big bucks is to connect with people who know a lot of people, not just necessarily the heavy hitter network marketer. Every network marketer out there has a warm market of other network marketers. It all depends on what his personal situation is. Does he have upline support? Is he happy with the money he's making? Thanks to your staff and your bulletproof system, my company is direct depositing into my bank account weekly. All of the dreams that I have are being attained, and I'm setting new ones. This is one of the messages from one of my friends. I get these every day. I love my job, and you and your staff are making it all possible. I have achieved more than I ever thought possible. Now we're into August, end of August. And my profiles are on the internet, and follow your teachings to the letter. I have people loving me in 15 countries. I really look forward to these motivational messages. Sometimes a lot more often with me, reading messages like that make a person think more. Reading them and thinking about them and relating them to everyday life and life in general is what gets me through each day. So I welcome them more than you'll ever know. I average adding 150 friends a day. I have 15 email addresses and use a program that can be downloaded at incremedial.com. That's INCREDIMAIL, incredimail.com. That will download all your email addresses to one mailbox on your computer. Now, there are a lot of systems out there that will help get you organized. It's all about your activity. Everyone wants to know what my secret is. My secret is your teachings and programs. I've taken them all. You're my mentor, and I follow your teaching to the letters. The most successful people in my business have taken your courses. I follow the laws of attraction and read them every day. I play 8 to 10 hours a day, and I'm on target to make $30,000 to $40,000 in the next 4 to 6 months. You're the best thing going on the internet, and I'll always be following you. I'm available to anyone with health issues or people who are looking at a solid networking company. But the secret to my success is you and your wonderful staff. Now, I'm not bringing this up to promote my training. I'm bringing this up to show you the road that you're heading down. Sometimes I wonder where people's heads are. It's all so simple. It really is. Now, I sent you a conversation with Tammy from beginning to the phone call. This happened on Friday along with another one. Both on Friday, and I have 3 more that I'm halfway through. You need to be talking to people every day. If you're not talking to 4 or 5 people every day, you are never going to get where you want to go in your business. By January 1, now this is at the end of end of September. By January 1, I'll be making more in a month than I ever made in a year. Now, I'm listed as married, and I could have a harem of 20-year-olds from Japan. See, there are a lot of women on there, especially on an international basis. Man, it doesn't matter what you have on your page. They look at the money, and that's all it takes. There are a lot of nuts in the bowl. I rotate the times that I prospect on my social sites, and I get an entirely different group of people. Realtors are always online at work and often say they're sitting there bored. Now, he kind of got off track a little bit, and when I looked at his page, I made some suggestions, and he's back up to an 80% acceptance rate. If you don't have at least 80% of the people that you're connecting with on these sites accepting you, then we need to look at your choices. I just ordered the fastest desktop made, cheaper than a secretary, and I stay in control. I love my life and my wonderful job. I have 15 people to call tomorrow to close the sale. Okay? Now, I hope you all love your life, but if you follow what we're laying out for you here, and it's not, it's simple, but you're all different. You all have different likes, you all have different pasts, you all have different histories, and the best part about it is that all of you are going to master this process and start bringing people into your business. And there's going to be a written record of everything that you do. When you contact somebody and they write back, when you write back to them, they write back to you, I'm going to be there for you. That's why we have boot camps. That's why we set up personal coaching. So that we can literally walk you through this process. And after a while, you get it. And once you get it, you're on autopilot. And man, it's a train ride. Okay, now we're into October. Now I have at least 10 people a day asking me how to make money on the internet. This is a blast. I love my job. 3 who want to join later this month, they said to call them at different dates. Now you're going to find on LinkedIn, whoa, you're going to love LinkedIn. The hottest social site I'm getting the most friend request acceptances on is Tag. Now this was in 2009. Tag is kind of gone. The dating world, you're going to do better on LinkedIn than Tag. Now, just think about this. Max, your teaching status changes have helped develop my profile, have given me a wonderful image around the world. This is a message from a friend. This is from a soldier from Iraq. 2 days ago. I'm the driver for a 1-star general here in Baghdad. We also travel a lot on Black Hawk choppers. Duty is good. I thank you for your kind words and prayers. We're doing great things here, and I do mean that. General is a busy man. You're a good American, Howard. Now, one of the things that you can accomplish in networking with people in the service is that when they get out of the service, they're going to be looking for another line of work. You know, there are very few things that a person can get into. Well, for example, where does a person go that is trained to be a sniper in the service? What can they do out there in conventional society? A lot of my students are actively recruiting soldiers who are interested in having their own business after they get out of the service. I had a wonderful, productive weekend. I'm signing up 7 people today. I use your scripts, and the answers to my success is that when they talk to me, they know the conversation is all about them. The more you do it, the better you get. So anyone hesitating, jump in the pool and get wet. I reported someone advertising on MySpace, and they sent me a spammer. And they sent me a thank you note saying that they appreciate my attention and the person had already been deleted. Signed up 4 more people yesterday. Thank you for your most excellent training. My mission statement, leave no person behind. That means no one in my downline is any less deserving than myself and should have the same ability of my knowledge to become successful, including your trainings. Don't try to teach people this. Your time needs to be spent teaching people about your company, plugging people into your systems. The training is so affordable. We've got it down to where they could spread their payments out over 3 months. Now, I'm sorry I couldn't make this any bigger. I can't run. Okay. On tagged, you can't put a link in a message. Okay? So on Facebook, someone whose profile was set to private accepted me as a friend. And when I go to their profile, it still says add as a friend. Sometimes these systems work, sometimes they don't. Okay? Max, I signed up 14 people last month and one of your students this month. She's been in network marketing for over 20 years and never reached her goals or dreams, and she's now set up with a 4-man support team that will be there every step of the way to ensure success. So ask yourself this question. When you bring somebody into your business, what are you going to do with them? Do you have people that they can go? Don't make you their one source for information. Let them plug them into the systems that your company signed up. When you sign up a new person, have 4 people in your upline that know them and are available to help them build his business. That way, he's always got help available. If you don't know who your upline is, find out. If you're not, find out who the most successful person in your business is that will work with you, that will help you. It's Max, it's amazing what can happen when you sign people up with a long MLM history and a huge list of MLM people. My income for November is well on its way to doubling, and it's only the 7th. Let me repeat that. It's amazing what can happen when you sign up people with a long MLM history. Do you think it's important to wish people happy birthday? Absolutely. I'm on the phone with my people over 3 hours each day. I handle over 300 messages a day, and this month my income is going to double that over last month. You are, and you were, and are, and always will be my teacher and mentor. I'm doing exactly what you teach. I do not accept friendships from students unless they're looking for business. You answers the question, not me. Max, I'm going to the Smoky Mountains on the 13th to buy the land that I'll build my log cabin on, thanks to making my dreams come true. I never expected the responses that I've gotten in building my business. Okay? Someone asked me what my dreams were. I'm living them. Okay, let's go to the next one. And he's asking technical questions. How do you remove a widget from my profile? Max, Facebook has a new search. And to all of you students, the secret to my success is that I follow Max's teachings to the letter and stay current. Unless you're looking for a new company, ask Max. Please. He's a southern gentleman, but he'll ignore you. Okay. Happy holidays to everyone. I signed up 3 people today. Life is fabulous. Max, I was contacted by one of your ex-students that said she had an online marketing program she wanted to show me, and perhaps I would like to bring my people with me. That's like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. My projections for this year have all been surpassed, and my 2010 income after expenses will be well over $1 million. Glad I had the best teacher on the internet. My son and daughter-in-law have joined my business, so I now have a family business. One of your students who had 20 years of unsuccessful networking signed up with me today. She said she'd never she would never be able to sign up the people. Wait a minute. She said she would never be able to sign up any of the people she was in business before. One of them called her on New Year's Eve to say hello. She three-wayed her in with me, and this person, while talking to me, said she would never get into business again. I talked to her and went through your scripts, and she signed up New Year's Day. Within an hour, she was contacted by my upline support, making themselves available to make her successful. She's excited, and she says she has a laundry basket full of business cards and contacts. Remember, there's more remember, you're building a team. Connect with your upline. Make sure that the people you bring into your business have support. Your scripts are like gold. If I didn't have my computer password protected and backed up on an external hard drive, I'd have them locked up in a vault. If your company has scripts that work for you, use those scripts. If you don't have a script, then use mine. Okay. I'm always amazed at the results of your training and scripts. Taking the time to find business builders and making sure they are trained the same way that you do. Today, my business income is 23% ahead of the full month of December. Max, I love my life. I just want to let you know that between myself and the other people in my downline, we added 37 new distributors today. I'm so glad I took all your classes and remain a member of your webinars. Always continue to do so until there are no more. My projections for this year have all been surpassed, and my income after expenses will be well over $1 million. Now, that is Howard's story. That's Howard's story. Howard, following the program, following the system, doing pretty much, it's all about the people you connect with and who those people know.